The first meeting of Internet Chapter, as such, was on the 1st of October 2019. This video describes the activities just before and after that occasion. Internet Lodge number 9659 was consecrated in 1998. It was not long after that discussions began about the creation of a chapter. These discussions mainly took place in the bar between the meeting and the festive board. There was also enthusiasm shown on occasions on our email list. It is likely that our provincial officers were keen to support the idea of an Internet chapter. However, our lodge committee could not sustain any enthusiasm for the idea and had two main objections. There were no visible volunteers for managing the running of the chapter. Holding chapter meetings on lodge weekends would disrupt important social activities. Nevertheless, enthusiasm from the lodge membership continued, and so back in 2017 there was the first virtual meeting to plan the creation of Internet Chapter number 9659. The province of East Lancashire is not permitting new chapters to be formed. Their recommended route is to rejuvenate a fading chapter, and then to change the name. After introductions by province, representations were made to members of Manchester Epworth Holy Royal Arch Chapter number 3921. A valiant cadre of elderly companions had been struggling for a while to maintain this chapter, but were on the verge of handing in their warrant. It was agreed that companions from Internet Lodge would join the chapter, and that in due course, it would be renamed Internet Chapter number 9659 and be affiliated with Internet Lodge number 9569. As background, Manchester Epworth Lodge 3921 was consecrated on September 26, 1919. In December 2008, Manchester Epworth Lodge amalgamated with Semper Vigilance Lodge for 403. At the same time, the lodge changed its name to Quadrivium Lodge 3921. In June 2013, Quadrivium Lodge was erased. Incidentally, Epworth in Lincolnshire is the birthplace of John and Charles Wesley, founders of the Methodist religious movement. There are a number of lodges and chapters bearing the Epworth name, both here in the UK and overseas. Epworth chapter was formed, probably in the late 1980s in Manchester. When we started discussions with their members, they were meeting at the Bolton Masonic Hall. The purpose of their next meeting, scheduled for the 1st of October 2019, was to make arrangements to surrender their warrant. Unselfishly, they agreed to our requests. So, John Dutchman Smith took responsibility for the summons, and he requested applications from companions in Internet Lodge and elsewhere in the province to join this chapter. 41 companions appeared on the summons for ballot as joining members. 41! I believe that the Epworth companions were astounded at the number and the geographic spread. In addition, on the summons 3 Internet Lodge members were nominated as the 3 principals. The next agenda item was to install them. Other agenda items included a ballot to invite members of Manchester Epworth Holy Royal Arch Chapter to become honorary members of the chapter, also to approve the chapter accounts, and to approve payments to charity to empty the charity account. The October convocation was held on a dull East Lancashire morning at the Bolton Freemasons Hall. There were 8 members and 14 visitors. The meeting ran smoothly following the detailed and well-planned summons. Derek Oliver and Mark Griffin were installed in their principals' chairs. Ted Pater was absent owing to poor health, so his installation was deferred. The newish MEZ installed his officers. Chapter business was handled expeditiously. Matters were decided unanimously by a show of hands. Whoosh! Part 1 of the rejuvenation was ready to go. At the next meeting there would be votes to change the name of the chapter to Internet Chapter 9659 and to affiliate the chapter to Internet Lodge. The COVID pandemic arrived. We were to lose 5 meetings. At last, Freemasonry opened for meetings and convocations. There was an emergency meeting on July 10, 2021. The main business was to induct Ted Pater as third principal. He may hold the Masonic record for the longest period between appointment and induction. At long last, he sat in his rightful seat. We adopted the new bylaws. Changed the name of the chapter to Internet Chapter, affiliated to the chapter with Internet Lodge, and approved the chapter logo. The next convocation after that, in August 2021, was a regular one, and we met in our new home, the Salford Masonic Hall. The redoubtable companion, John Dutchman Smith, who had made it clear that he did not want office, was elected treasurer. This office was in addition to Assistant Scribe E, a role that has the heavy task of managing all applications for joining an exaltation. At the meeting, 24 joining companions were admitted. The October regular meeting was held in Rugby, where our new team of officers had their first go at an exaltation ceremony. The chapter has adopted the East Lancs ritual, which was new to the principals and the principal sojourner. It was a demonstration, and the candidate was the very experienced Alan Breward. In August 2022, the principals performed their first Internet Chapter exaltations in Coventry, Warwickshire. So far, the principals have managed a double, a treble, and a quintuple exaltation. The chapter has adopted a regular routine of meeting 3 times a year on the Friday before each Internet Lodge weekend. So, in summary, we hit our 5th anniversary in October 2024. We had lost 1¼ years because of the pandemic, so really, we were just 3¾ years old. Nevertheless, we have achieved rapid growth to be one of the largest chapters in our province. We've had 14 successful convocations and managed that hiatus of 5 meetings at the worst possible time in our saga. We have a world-class chapter website and an email list that serves our international membership. Our dedicated assistant Scribe E has impressively processed over 150 applications. Meanwhile, our treasurer has skillfully managed subscriptions, fees, and charitable contributions for nearly 200 companions, past and present, over the past 5 years. How that man manages to appear smiling in every group photo is truly remarkable. We have companion members from 24 countries. Most are from England, closely followed by the USA. 69% of our members hail from Europe, and 26% from the Americas. Internet Chapter number 9659, based in the province of East Lancashire, has got off to a great start. 5 years of growth, impact, and the pandemic setbacks overcome. Their excellencies will surely keep the momentum going and lead us so that Internet Chapter is as innovative as our namesake in the craft.